And good afternoon, and after a long delay, about 6 hours, we're ready to resume play. This is day 2 of the 2017 Dixie Youth Baseball. This is the Ozone division of the state tournament here in Marianna, Florida. And day 2 will begin 6 hours late. We're supposed to start at 10 a.m. this morning, but heavy rain moved through really about 9:45 and rained for about 2 hours pretty hard. A lot of lightning and heavy winds. So we will start this afternoon here at 4 o'clock. This is our elimination game between Sneads and Chipley on Field 1. Spring Hill National and Marianna are going to be playing on Field 5, and underway is AAA right now as Mike Wright out on Field 4 with a game between Holmes County and South Sumter. And actually that's Anthony Crum with that game, as it's West Volusia and Sebring right now actually in the elimination game there in the AAA traditional, the minor traditional, and then Mike Wright out on Field 3 with a game between Liberty County and Chipley in AAA B. That's elimination game. This is Ozone, and Chipley, the visiting team, coached by Kyle Bush. Leading off will be the second base number 99, Zach Zeke Gavaler, pardon me. Is Zeke Gavaler leading off at second base, batting second, the shortstop number 24, Parker Smeltzer. Hitting third and pitching today for Chipley, number 26, Bryson Howard. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 14, James Baker. Hitting fifth is the third baseman, number 15. That is Kaysen Pemberton. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 5, Thad Brown. Hitting seventh, the center fielder, number 17, Cameron Worley. Batting eighth is the right fielder, number 78, Addison Davis. Hitting ninth is number 25, Cade Culbreth. Batting 10th, number 29, Ethan Berry. Hitting 11th, number 2, Matt Bush. And batting 12th is the catcher, number 10, Cray Holly. And pitching for Sneads, a right-hander. They are in the dark blue. That is Aaron Johnson. His first pitch is fouled back. We're underway as these two teams both dropping their opening games yesterday. Sneads losing 4-3 to Spring Hill American, as Spring Hill American scored a run in the top of the sixth to win that game. And it was Chipley back and forth with Sebring. Sebring with a 4-run fourth inning pulled away to win 6-3. So that's why we're in this elimination game today as the winner here. We'll move on to play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. against the winner of the Spring Hill National Marianna game. The losing team will be eliminated from this Ozone division of the Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament here in Florida. I'm Marty Palman, joining you here on JockJive as we are just underway with our first batter. Gavaler swings and misses, and he's behind now 1-2. So we are now underway, as on this field after this game we will go to a winner's bracket competition between Sebring and Spring Hill American. That's the next game due up here in the Ozone division, as that's pop foul out of play. Makes it onto the roof right in front of us here in the press box. Sneads defensively, again there in the dark blue with the gold letters and numerals, the gold pants. We mentioned Aaron Johnson is the pitcher. Behind the plate catching is Tristan Jones, James Stone at first base, Cole Lewis at second. The third baseman is Jesse Rosenberger, as Gavaler hits that into left field. Base hit for him to start off. And brought back in by the left fielder, Tate Glover. Jace Sunday is in center field for Sneads. Chase King is the right fielder. And that's your defensive lineman for Ryan Lewis' Sneads team, is Zeke Gavaler with a base hit to lead off for Chipley. So leadoff single for Chipley here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Parker Smeltzer, the shortstop, who hit a home run yesterday in the first inning, as Chipley was got off to the lead early and led till the fourth inning, and then it was Sebring coming back to win that 6-3. Again, on Field 5, Robert Williamson will have the call. Also of the Ozone Division elimination game between Marianna and Spring Hill National, as we will send home two teams in this Ozone Division here this evening, as we have another game planned on both Fields 1 and 5. And we come to you now again, as that's outside. The throw down to second will be not in time, goes into center field, but it's backed up there by the center fielder, Jace Sunday, as the throw from Tristan Jones not in time. So Gavaler with a stolen base, and he is now at second with nobody out. If you want to send your shout-outs to my number here, 904-525-1324, 904-525-1324. As the pitch to Smeltzer is hit foul over third base side. Chipley coached by Kyle Bush. So we start now about 6 hours after our original starting time of 10 a.m. this morning. And we start under, again, very cloudy skies, as it's been, really, it was all morning this morning when we got here. It was cloudy and threatening, and then soon after we arrived here about 9:15, it really started raining hard with about 30 to 45 minutes of heavy rain coming in sideways, lightning. We had some tents that were taken out by the wind. Very violent storm, and it rained for about 2.5 hours. The field really in pretty good shape, as that's a strike to Smeltzer. The skies, again, are cloudy, completely overcast here over this field. Pitch to Smeltzer is lined. That'll get into left field, and that's going to get all the way to the fence for a base hit. It's going to give Chipley an early lead, as it'll be brought in from left field. Smeltzer will stop at second, as Gavaler will score the run. And Chipley already on the board as Gavaler singles. He steals second, and then bringing him home with an RBI double is Parker Smeltzer, and it's an early 1-0 lead for Chipley.
I thought he did, but I ain't going to swear because I was kind of watching the runner go to second. Did he trip?
Looks like Smeltzer runner may have fell down a little bit coming over. Here's Bryson Howard, who's pitching today. As the throw gets away, trying to throw to Smeltzer at second, we see the difference between the runner, Smeltzer, and the second baseman for Sneads, Cole Lewis. I'm just going to cover about a foot taller there for Smeltzer, who's at second base. So Chipley off to the lead early on against Sneads here. Just underway in the top of the first. Franklin County winning yesterday 8-2 over Spring Hill National. They are off today. They'll get the winner of the game between Spring Hill American and Sebring tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Graceville and DeSoto scheduled for Field 5 at 7 o'clock in the winner's bracket as well. Winner of that will move on to play Tuesday. The winner will get a day off tomorrow here in the Ozone division. And right now, again, the losers of these games will be eliminated. The winners will move on to play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. trying to stay alive. Liberty County awaits the Spring Hill National Mariana winner tomorrow at 10 a.m. Another elimination game. It's a 10-team bracket in Ozone. Swing and a miss there by Howard. We play 6 innings in Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone. 10-run rule after 4, 15 after 3. That misses low. Count is now 3-1 to Howard. Chipley early 1-0 lead. And that is just gets back behind the third baseman. It's going to be an infield hit as it diving attempt by Rosenberger, picked up by the shortstop Peyton Brown, but no throw there. So Howard will reach first. To third goes Smeltzer. And Chipley with 3 hits in a row to start the game. They have first and third, nobody out. James Baker, the first baseman. Baker yesterday, as that pitch is in for a strike. Yesterday, Baker hitting a walk in the win over Sebring. Smeltzer had a solo homer and a single yesterday. Valor had 2 hits and 2 RBI. He now has the first run of the game as the runner moves to second. And that's hit high in the air, deep to left field. That's trouble, and that is off the fence. Nearly got out of the park. It's going to score 2 as Smeltzer and Howard score, but the throw will come into second. Baker is out, but 2 runs come in as that ball nearly made it out of the ballpark. Hits off the fence in left field, and Baker is out for the first out of the inning, but 2 runs score. It'll be an RBI, 2 RBI single for Baker, and he is out at second base. Thrown out 7-4. So Smeltzer and Howard will score to make it 3-0 Chipley. It's the first out of the inning. Now the bases are empty. But 3 runs are in. Here's Kason Pemberton, the third baseman. The ball went right off that temporary fence in left field. The fence is moved in here on this field as the Fence beyond was about another 10, 15 feet beyond it, maybe 20. There was 2 home runs to straightaway center yesterday. One of them by Smeltzer of Chipley in that opening game against Sebring here. The other was in game 2 for Graceville. Neil Adams hit one to center. Pemberton now at the plate. And that is called strike on the outside corner. See a little bit of blue sky, but mostly pretty dark clouds off to the south and west here in Mariana. Fouled back by Pemberton. Pemberton, the third baseman. The Ozone division scheduled to wrap up on Thursday. AAA, major or minor and traditional will wrap up on Wednesday here in Mariana. That's foul back. That gets away to the backstop. Pemberton with a back to the plate. 3-0 lead already for Chipley as that misses low and outside. Don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. They're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer. Need your help to get there. And when you like us on Facebook, we keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Swing and a miss by Pemberton, and that is strike 3. So Pemberton strikes out. First strikeout of the game for Sneads Aaron Johnson. Now 2 outs with the bases empty for Thad Brown, the left fielder. Number 6 hitter in the order. Thad Brown for Chipley yesterday, 0 for 2. He played left field and first base some yesterday for the Chipley team. See those skies on the camera, pretty cloudy, a little bit of blue, but mostly cloud and overcast. Hope to get the games in today after a 6-hour delay. There's a strike on the outside corner. Not much wind to speak of now here, though. Swinging and a miss, though, went up and in on the fastball at Brown, and right now, we believe we're going to be playing the next game on this field at 7 o'clock Central. It's now 4:09 Central Time. We're going to try and play the game between Spring Hill American and Sebring on this field. And on the AAA games, there's supposed to be 3 games, 3, 5:30, and 8, I believe. Those games have been underway for a while, is what they're thinking about doing. Low and outside to Thad Brown. Pitch from Johnson is in for a strike. Yesterday it was Spring Hill American 4, Sneads 3. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts by Johnson to end the first inning. Chipley, though, picks up 3 runs, and they do it on 4 hits. The first 4 hitters all had hits. They all reached, and 3 of them came to score. The other was thrown out at second. No errors, and there was nobody left on base. So we head now to the bottom of the first. It's Sneads 3, or Chipley 3. Sneads coming to bat. And you're watching this game today in the Ozone Division of the 2017 Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament live from Mariana. And you're watching it here on JockJive. All right, we're back. Apologize. Sometimes equipment decides to shut down on you. We have a runner at second, nobody out. And Sneads with the run in. 3-1 now the score. Chipley with 3 in the top of the first. And Sneads now has should have 1 run on the board, so it's 3-1. Apologize for technical difficulties. This is for Sneads. A swing and a miss, strike 3 by Peyton Brown. So there's your first out of the inning. Chipley with Bryson Howard on the mound, and Sneads, Aaron Johnson got on base. Ended up coming around to score. While pitch moved him over, so 1 out. The lineup for Sneads, Aaron Johnson, the pitcher, was leading off. Cole Lewis, who's now at second base, batting second. Peyton Brown, the shortstop, number 24, hitting third. Lane Du Bois, who's up now, number 12, batting fourth. That gets to the backstop, and again, we'll move a runner to third. Hitting fifth, playing is number 15, Colby Stidham. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 26, James Stone. Hitting seventh is number 99, Logan Robinson. Batting eighth and catching, number 14, is Tristan Jones. Hitting ninth in center field, number 22, Jay Sunday. Batting 10th in left field, number 33, Tate Glover. Batting 11th will be the third baseman, number 3, Jesse Rosenberger. And hitting 12th, the right fielder, number 10, Chase King. There's a strike right there against Du Bois. Defensively for Chipley, at first base, James Baker. Zeke Gavalier is at second. Parker Smeltzer at shortstop. Kason Pemberton at third base. In the outfield, Thad Browns at left. Cameron Worley in center field. Addison Davis in right field. And Cray Holly behind the plate catching on the mound. It's Bryson Howard. So runner at third now, 1 out. Now 3-1 as Chipley scored 3 in the top of the first. They are in the light blue with the gold letters and numerals. The white pants. Sneads in the dark navy blue with the gold, old gold pants as that misses outside. Apparently it's 22-0. Sebring beating West Volusia over on field 4. That is the score, so that's got to be a run roll game. It's an elimination game. Sebring yesterday, that's in for a strike, fell behind 9-0 to South Sumter. Put a 10 spot up to take the lead. They went back and forth. Sebring was down 16-11 in the 6th, scored 4 to get within 1 run, and just fell short 16-15. But they're taking out their frustrations today on West Volusia. And we are playing under overcast skies, although they're improving now in front of us on this field 1, as that's a swing and a miss. In going down for strike 3 is Du Bois. So now 2 outs as Howard has come back with back-to-back strikeouts. I am Marty Palman rejoining you here on JockJive. Again, if you'd like to send a shout-out, 904-525-1324. 904-525-1324. Text that out to me. And we'll get those on the air for you here live today from Mariana. So this is low and outside to Colby Stidham. Bottom of the first. Chipley scored 3 in the top of the first. First 4 hitters reached for them. And 3 came home to score. High fastball. That's going to look out towards the field next to us, heading over there. Nearly hit somebody there on field 5. So fouled off. Sneads coming back with a run here in the bottom of the first. They do have a runner at third, but now with 2 outs. That gets in the dirt. Stopped there by Cray Holly. Again, both these teams losing close games yesterday in the opening round. Chipley falling late to Sebring 6-3, and it was Spring Hill American with a run on the top of the 6th to beat Sneads 4-3. Loser will go home today. Winner will move on to play tomorrow at 10 a.m. Swinging, well, it got away, I guess. Swinging a miss, but it gets away just enough from Holly. He's able to come back up with it, though, before Lewis can come home and score. And that does. A runner came halfway up the line. But he heads back as it's retrieved again by Holly. Lewis about halfway down the line and went back to third base. Two outs. Out of the stretch, Howard's pitch. That's in the dirt and well past him this time. It's ball 4, and this time the run will score. Stidham will go to first. He walks, and Lewis scores on the wild pitch. And now it's 3-2. So Sneads answering right back after Chipley got 3 in the top of the first with 2 in the bottom of the first. And Stidham now at first base with 2 outs. Here's James Stone, the first baseman. That pitch was well outside and in the dirt. It's in for a strike as Holly makes the throw to first base. James Stone, the first baseman, batting. Going outside, and the throw will go to first base, and no play as Stidham will go to second. So Holly went down to first base behind the runner. That's it, clear now. Runner goes to second now with 2 outs as, again, the throw went down to first base from Holly. Again outside. Howard all over the place in this first inning. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip there by Stone. Howard to the stretch on that makeshift mound out there, and pitch is low outside. Full count at 3-2. 3-2. And that is high and gets away again from Holly. Runner will head to third, and he'll go to third without a throw as Stone walks. Stidham to third on another wild pitch. And the inning stays alive, first and third with 2 outs.
Sometimes our field over there, I thought it could be a little bit brighter at night when we're out here. Yeah, we'll have a nice game.
Now stepping in is Logan Robinson, number 99. 7th batter of the inning for Sneads. They trail at 3-2. Runner heading to second again on outside. Howard is really struggling with his control as Stone steals second without a throw. There are still 2 outs, but now you have second and third. So back to play now. AAA has been going since 3 o'clock Central. Ozone starting back at 4 o'clock. Long weather delay today as that ball hit to second, and the throw is made across in the dirt, but scooped up by Baker. The throw from Gavaler ends the inning. Robinson out 4-2-3. 2 runs in that inning. There were a couple walks as well. 1 hit, and 2 were left on base. No errors for Chipley through 1 inning to play in this Ozone elimination game, the Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament, live from Marietta. It's Chipley 3 and Sneads 2. Now a break, and we'll come back. First, the word from JockJive.
they work here and all. So,
On the top of the second now, Marty Palmer with you here on JockJive as we welcome you back to our coverage of this Ozone Division, the Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament, AAA going on as well, and we have a final already to report. And quite a game for Anthony Crum there on field 4, as in 3 innings, Sebring 23, West Volusia nothing. So Sebring will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. against Mariana, an elimination game. Mariana losing yesterday to Spring Hill American 5-1. That is the AAA minor traditional tournament going on. Other scores to report in the Ozone, other Ozone elimination game. Mariana already up 7-1 on Spring Hill National that early on. Cameron Worley leading off for Chipley here in the second, rolls it to second base. And the throw made to first in time by Cole Lewis. That's one out here in the top of the second. Here it's 3-2 Chipley. Chipley with 3 in the top of the first. Sneads has answered with 2 in the bottom of the first as we start the top of the second, 1 out. And our other game going on right now over in the AAA traditional, B on field 3. Mike right out with that game, elimination game. It's Chipley leading Liberty County 7-4, that in the 4th. Shalimar and Cottondale coming up there in elimination game after. Addison Davis, the right fielder, now up as we play the top of the second here. Winner here will get the Mariana Spring Hill National winner tomorrow, and again Mariana right now in good shape in that game. And Davis pops that into right center. It's going to fall for a base hit. So Addison Davis with a 1-out single. Chipley's 5th hit of the game. Their first 4 batters reached in the first, all on base hits. 3 of them scored. And there's their 5th hit of the game, a 1-out single by Davis here in the top of the second. Kate Colberth now will bat. Well, we got runner heading to second as the throw down is not in time, gets into center field. So Davis will steal a base. Throw will go to second. Rolled to second again, and a throw to first is in time as Kate Colberth now out 4-3. Davis will go to third with 2 outs. Ethan Berry now to the plate as that gets away. Not far enough, though, for the runner to come home. At third base is Davis with 2 outs. Chipley with a 3-2 lead here in the top of the second. Need a sports fix 24/7, whether live or archived. You can get it on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels with multiple sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition. There's the ACCC, GCAA, Georgia Military Channel, DYB, Dixie Baseball, Georgia Highland Softball channels, and so much more. JockJive.com for those with an insatiable sports appetite. And that's hit foul down the right field line, out of play. Right to the stretch, which is ball 4. So Barry will walk. First and third, 2 outs. So we go to the bottom of the order. Matt Bush will bat, number 11 batter. It's 1 through 12 hit. All 12 players hit, and then it goes back to 1 through 9 through the order here in Ozone, and the same is true for AAA. As that pitch is a strike, a throw will not be made to second, as Barry will take that base without a throw. Strike to Matt Bush. Second and third, 2 outs now. Chipley tries to add to their 3-2 lead here in the top of the second. Robinson's pitch is outside. Actually, Johnson, pardon me. That is Aaron Johnson on the mound for Sneads. Pitch coming is fouled off. First base side out of play. Bush hitting now with second and third, 2 outs. And that is low and outside again. Way outside. That went low and inside that time. Count is full 3-2. Long game already. We started right before 4 o'clock. It's 4:40 now, and that is ball 4. So now, as Johnson has walked 2 in a row, bases are loaded with 2 outs. Now, trip to the mound coming from Coach Ryan Lewis of Sneads. And in fact, that may be it. Looks like we're going to have maybe a pitching change here for Sneads.
Let me locate. No, I'll sit him down. Hey, we got a quick on field 5.
Meeting here on the mound between the Sneads players and their team and their coach. And, well, maybe we are staying with Aaron Johnson. Already 1 game in the books here after a long delay. Again, we were supposed to start this morning around 10 a.m. Central. AAA ended up starting around 3. Ozone starting at 4 o'clock. Long weather delay here in Marion on this Sunday. So it is Johnson staying in there, and he throws a pitch past Cray Holly, the catcher, for strike 1. Oh, on the count. Oh, and outside, 1-1.
What's going on, bud?
misses as well for ball 2.
You scarred this girl here. You never been told that. Oh, I know it.
And slow roller to third. Throw across is made, and that will end the inning. Good play there by the third baseman. Soft liner Rosenberger throws to first, and Holly is out 5-3 to end the inning. So we had a hit, 2 walks, 3 left on this inning for Chipley. As we head to the bottom of the second, it remains Chipley 3 and Sneads 2. You're watching the Ozone Division. This is an elimination game. The Dixie Youth Baseball World Series will return for the bottom of the second after this here on JockJive.
At 57 pitches after 2. That's it.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. So Kate Coldworth going into center field. Number 25 for Chipley. Evan Berry or Ethan Berry also is in now. So we have a 3-2 lead. For Chipley over Sneads, as Chipley got 3 in the top of the first. Sneads answered with 2 in the bottom of the first. Bryson Howard on the mound for Chipley. Two up for Sneads here in the bottom of the first. It'll be 8, 9, and 10. Tristan Jones, Chase Sunday, and Tate Glover. And there is Tristan Jones to lead it off. Marty Paulman with you on JockJive. Again, if you'd like to give a shout out, the number is 904-525-1324. 904-525-1324. There's Howard's first pitch, and again he bounces it up there and outside for ball 1. He is having all kinds of problems with his control. Walked a couple in the first. That is now ball 2, 2-0.
Yeah, I just I helped him get there. I told him maybe the position. I said, get your ladder along foul. I said, because they just about got to give it to you. They didn't want to, but
Brian, are you there?
they went ahead and gave it to you.
Sam, you there?
Yeah, he was happy over that. They were kind of messing him up.
Howard to the stretch, and again it's low. Want your very own DVD of any game broadcast during this year's Florida Dixie Youth Baseball AAA and Ozone State Tournament. Simply email info@jockjive.com. We'll get the process started. DVDs are $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That's info@jockjive.com. That's fouled off near the first base dugout. Bottom of the second, Chipley with 3 in the top of the first. Sneads answer with 2 in the bottom half. That's our score. Again, this is elimination game of the Ozone 10-team double elimination bracket, the Ozone division of this Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament. Winner will play the winner of Mariana Spring Hill National tomorrow at 10 a.m. in another elimination game. Liberty County awaiting the loser of the game later today between Spring Hill, American, and Sebring, an elimination game as well at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Graceville and DeSoto scheduled to play on Field 5 after the Spring Hill National Mariana game. Franklin County will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. They're off today. They'll get the winner of that Spring Hill American Sebring game tonight. That's fouled out of play. That's supposed to be on this field, on Field 1. Field 5 is supposed to be Graceville and DeSoto. We'll see if that schedule, obviously with these long delays, will hold up. It is right now tentatively scheduled for 7 p.m. Central Time here in Mariana.
One of our friends, Vic, just died on it, so they're supposed to be trying to get us a new one. They've got a contract with G. They've been buying them.
Full count again, as Howard has had a lot of these. Tristan Jones, this game is dragging along a little bit at this point. To the stretch, Howard, the pitch is ball 4. So another walk for Bryson Howard as Tristan Jones reaches. Played off the bottom of the second. Again, not much wind now to speak of, but cloudy still over the ballpark here in Mariana, as now we'll have a timeout for Chipley coach Kyle Bush to come talk. And in fact, he's going to make a change. Howard can't find the strike zone. So he will bring in number 5, Thad Brown, to pitch. Brown, who was started in left field, will now be the pitcher as Howard last 1+ inning. Al's 1 hit so far, 2 runs. Runner at first belongs to him. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. And now it's Thad Brown who will take over for Chipley. Bottom of the second, runner at first, nobody out, with Sneads at the plate. We'll take a break, back in a moment here on Jock Jive.
Down here, right? Brian, maybe it'll be quicker to call Sneads. It's kind of one of them charges that you can't just read right out of the rule book. You got to look at MLB.
We did it for a game, for a day.
Our Ozone elimination game on Field 5, Mariana 7, Spring Hill National 1. That's in the third. Here's Jay Sunday, the center fielder, coming up now for Sneads, as Thad Brown has come in to pitch number 5. See where Howard now is. Runner on the move. That's a strike. Throw to second is going to be short by Cray Holly. Stolen base for Tristan Jones. So now runner again in scoring position for Sneads with nobody out.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that. Big play yesterday.
Outside, runner heads to third. The throw down this time is not in time. So Jones steals back-to-back bases. Now he's a third with nobody out. Jay Sunday is the number 9 hitter in the order for Sneads. Swings and misses of that pitch up and in. 3-2 here at the bottom of the second. Chipley with 3 in the top of the first. They left the bases loaded there in the top of the second inning. And Sneads now with a tying run at third, nobody out. Greaseville team is in the building. They'll be playing DeSoto after this on this field, as Brown will look to third and Jones back in sliding. Misses outside, and now we're full again, 3-2. A lot of pitches early on in this game. We're only in the bottom of the second. And there's ball 4. Another walk. It's the 5th walk already by Chipley pitchers. First and third, nobody out for Sneads. Tate Glover, the left fielder, now at number 33. Misses outside. No throw to second. And taking the base without a throw, Jay Sunday. Outside again. Chipley pitchers are just not able to find the strike zone at this point. 2-0 the count. And that is a strike on the outside corner. Way outside, gets to the backstop, and here comes the runner to the plate. Jones throw will not be in time, and he gets away again, and it will be backed up behind him as Sunday will not come home to score. He'll stay at third, but the tying run comes in on that wild pitch, and again, the wildness of the Chipley pitchers is keeping Sneads in this game, as Sneads is now tied at 3-3.
That's what it takes. You got to have somebody that wants to be there, you know.
Still nobody out with a runner at third with Tate Glover at the plate. Throw goes to third. Sliding back in is Sunday. Sunday out there on a Sunday. Sunday afternoon now to Sunday evening. Jay Sunday. And there's ball 4 again. So Glover walks. That's 3 walks in this inning. First and third, nobody out. In for a strike, and again, the runner on the move without a throw. Glover will go to second. Still nobody out. There's a strike. Day is over and in the books, though, for Bryson Howard, who allowed 3 runs. Only 1 hit, 3 earned runs as well. Again outside.
Yeah, out there, bro.
Sebring 23-0 over West Volusia. That was in the AAA traditional elimination game. Roll to third. The throw will go to first. And Sneads will take the lead as Jesse Rosenberger does ground out 5-3, but an RBI as Sunday scores. To third goes Glover. Still only 1 out, but Sneads has taken the lead for the first time in this game, 4-3. That's foul back.
That's 4, right?
I only had 4. There's a runner at third.
That other runner just scored.
I thought that made it 4. Didn't they only score 2 in the first inning?
They scored 3 in the first.
3. What did I miss?
They scored 3 in the first, 2 in this one.
I don't know. I only had 2 in the first. What did I miss there? Okay. I was off the air, so I was paying attention to that. I thought okay. So it's 5-3?
5-3.
Okay. Lights coming on here in Mariana as the skies remain cloudy. It's now a 5-3 lead for Sneads. That's in for a strike. Chase King, the right fielder, number 12 hitter, is up. Rolled to third. Oh, and it is high in the air and would not in time either way. The Sneads will pick up another run. As Glover will come across. That's Rosen. What the heck is going on? Okay, another run is in. Infield hit for King. And now it's 6-3 lead for Sneads. High fly ball out of play by Aaron Johnson, who started the game. He is on the mound for Sneads. That's fouled off. Oh, well, yeah, foul ball by Aaron Johnson, who scored in the first inning. So Sneads with 2, 3 in the first, 3 runs here in the second. Now lead 6-3. Popped up and coming over, making the catch is the third baseman for Chipley, Pemberton, and that's the second out of the inning. So 2 outs. Runner staying at first base. Here is Cole Lewis, the second baseman. Runner heads to second, no throw again. With 2 outs, a runner at second. Sneads with a 6-3 lead. Long hour already we played, and we've only gotten through 2 innings yet. So the lights have come on here in Mariana. Still pretty threatening skies here, getting late in the afternoon to the early evening. They'll creep behind the runner, King, but he is back in sliding. Pitches in the dirt, throw to third. Good throw this time, but safe. Holly's throw was a little bit late, and another stolen base this time for King, so he goes to third as Sneads has been stealing bases left and right here. But it's got to a really good start for Chipley with 3 in the first, but since then Sneads with 3 runs in each of the first 2 innings has taken the lead 6-3. That's hitting for a strike. Cole Lewis, the number 2 hitter in the order, that's outside. Now 5 o'clock here in the late afternoon. There goes to third. After today's game, you can watch the action again and again on JockJive.com. Go to the same spot you watch the live coverage and watch the archives. Or if you want a DVD of any game of the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament, Ozone State Tournament, email info@jockjive.com, and we'll get the process started. Grounded back to the mound, Thad Brown has it, throws to first, and the inning is over. 3 runs that inning for Sneads as well. They did it on only 1 hit, 3 walks as well. No errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We go to the 3rd inning, 6-3 now. Sneads leading Chipley, and you're watching this game, the elimination game of the Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone bracket of the Florida State Tournament, live from Mariana on JockJive.
Didn't count last run, correct? Force at first?
No.
Adam scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second.
Are you sure?
I had 3 in the first, 3 in the second.
I had 2 in the first, too. I don't know. But I was busy.
2 in the first, it was 3-2.
Yeah.
Chipley leading after the first.
Okay, 10-4.
But I was busy. I was having problems with this computer.
5-3.
All right.
10-4. I don't know why I got that guy scored.
I missed some of it, so I wasn't positive, but I thought I had 2. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, it's all Stacy's fault. First two batters scored in the first, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was having problems. I wasn't on the air, so it was like.
I had the number 5.
Yeah. I thought I saw 2, but I was like, maybe there were 3, and I missed
guess
it.
he was left on base. I don't know.
Yeah, they had 2 on that were left. All right, they score 5-3 as we head to the top of the third. Leading off for Chipley, go back to the top of the order, Zeke Cavalier, who led off the game with a single. First 3 batters for Chipley in the first all reached, and then 4 actually, 3 scored. But Sneads with 2 in the bottom of the first, 3 in the bottom of the second now with a 5-3 lead. So that is the score, 5-3, as they go to the top of the third with Aaron Johnson on the mound for Sneads still. That's flown into left field and will fall for a base hit. So Cavalier 2 for 2. He singled and scored in the first. And he has a leadoff single here. This is the 6th hit of the game for Chipley. 4 in the first. 4 hits in the first. They left the bases loaded in the top of the second with a single and 2 hits. There's a leadoff single in the top of the third. So a long way to go in this game. With Sneads up 5-3. Spring Hill National now back within 7-3 against Mariana. That game in the 4th inning on Field 5, our other Ozone elimination game. This is also an Ozone elimination game. Throw goes to second, and it is not in time with Parker Smeltzer at the plate. Cavalier will steal second. Not a bad throw that time by Sneads catcher Tristan Jones, but not in time. Marty Paulman with you on JockJive. Again, if you'd like to give a shout-out, that number is 904-525-1324. 904-525-1324 as that ball gets away momentarily. Megan Valor will stay at second. 5-3 here in the top of the third. Winners of these 2 current elimination games play tomorrow at 10 a.m. for another elimination game. Meanwhile, that is a swing and a miss by Smeltzer. Mentioned the earlier game, Sebring 23-0 over West Fallujah. They had a 16-run second in that game, that in the AAA minor traditional bracket. So West Fallujah eliminated. Hit up the middle, off the mound into center field, and sliding down, it is a base hit as Cavalier will come to the plate. It's an RBI single for Smeltzer. He had an RBI double in the first. He's got an RBI single here in the third, and Chipley back within a run at 5-4. Yesterday, Smeltzer had 2 hits, including a solo homer. Today, already 2 hits, 2 RBI, and now that may be doing it for him. Now I got to make a pitching change. Is Sneads as Aaron Johnson out, which Ryan Lewis comes in and will take him out of the game as he's been hit pretty hard to start at the top of the third, and that'll be number 15 coming in for Sneads. Colby Stidham will be the new pitcher. So Colby Stidham is the new pitcher. Johnson will go 2+ innings. He got hit pretty hard. 7 hits. So far, 4 runs. Runner at first still belongs to him. Did have 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. So pitching change for Sneads here in the top of the third as Chipley was put a run on the board, and they now trail at 5-4. We'll return for more in a moment. They're from Mariana in this AAA and Ozone State Tournament live here on JockJive. batter now moves to third after stealing second. Now a wild pitch as Stidham's pitch is inside to Bryson Howard, who singled and scored as well back in the first inning. Smeltzer stole second, went to third on a wild pitch. So he's the tying run at third with nobody out. High in the air, deep to center, and that is long gone. Over that temporary fence, big Bryson Howard, who started the game on the mound, will come around quickly around the bases as he gives Chipley the lead again, a 2-run homer, and Chipley regains the lead 6-5. We saw Smeltzer hit one out there yesterday. He scores on this home run by the number 3 batter in the order for Chipley, Bryson Howard. Got a slugfest going here. It's 6-5 Chipley here in the top of the third. Second hit, single and a homer, 2 runs now for Bryson Howard in this game. So Chipley with a 3 spot here in the top of the third regains the lead 6-5. That's hit to short on one hop by Baker. Throw across is in time, close play. But the throw by Peyton Brown gets Baker. Baker had a 2-run single his first time, so he's out 6-3, 1 out. Wind not really a factor. That was just a shot out there by Bryson Howard. On the top of the order again for Chipley getting it done as they regain the lead here in the top of the third. That'll close the book on Aaron Johnson, allowing 5 runs, 7 hits, 5 earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts in 2+ innings of work. He will not get a decision. He lays exactly with the game tied, so now the game belongs to Colby Stidham. Kasim Pemberton now struck out his first time up. So Chipley with 3 in the first, 3 here in the third. Sneads scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Now it's 6-5, Chipley with the lead. Looks like Mariana adding to their lead over Spring Hill National. Mariana gets a 3 spot in the bottom of the fourth. Now leads 10-3 over Spring Hill National as they head to the 5th inning on field 5. So looking good for Mariana to move on to tomorrow. This game, though, still a long way to go. We're only in the top of the third. Chipley has regained the lead 6-5. We go back and forth as there's a walk to Pemberton. So another walk, 3rd walk of the game by the Sneads pitchers, and another runner at first base. A lot of runners in this game so far. Chipley with 3 in the first, 3 in the third. They left the bases loaded in the 2nd inning. Sneads has put up crooked numbers in each of the first 2 innings as well. 2 in the first, 3 in the bottom of the 2nd. Here's Thad Brown, now the pitcher of record for Chipley. A line drive, that is a foul ball down the left field line. Bryson Howard no longer can be involved in the decision. He will not lose the game as he was taken out in the 2nd inning. Brown struck out in the 1st inning, his only at bat to this point. Runner at first base, 1 out. Chipley and Liberty County going back and forth over on field 3 with Mike Radout, the AAA-B bracket. AAA traditional is where Anthony Crum is, as that's a strike, a ball that gets away, so the runner will head to 2nd. 23-0 was the final. Sebring eliminates West Volusia. Coming up there in the winners bracket, Holmes County and South Sumter scheduled for 5:30 on field 4. And on field 3, Mike has the game. Liberty County was up 10-7 on Chipley in the 5th elimination game in AAA-B. Shalimar and Cottondale scheduled to come up after that. This is field 1. They use 4 fields here, this Mariana complex, the Muir complex, as there's a swing and a miss by Brown for strike 3. First strikeout now of 4. Kelby Stidham. And that's 2 outs here in the top of the third with the runner still at 2nd. Cameron Worley grounded to 2nd, his only at bat. Takes that up and in for a ball. A little bit of clearing now off to our south as we look towards, the camera faces towards the south and east. Throw goes to second. See some blue. 5:16 late afternoon here in Marianna. Off to the west and north still looks pretty dark. A lot of rain and severe storms up in Georgia and Alabama. Not far from here, but it hit here really about 9:45 this morning. There's a swing and a miss about 15 minutes before we were supposed to start. And it was heavy for a good 30-45 minutes. Just severe, heavy weather, heavy rain, lightning. Tents were blowing over. People were scattering, and then kind of a moderate to heavy rain for a couple hours as we're going to have a balk. Runner will move to third now. Pemberton goes to third with 2 outs. And that's why, because of the heavy rain, the fields were underwater. Started 6 hours late. Line, and it is, gets away. Actually, from the shortstop, Brown. He made a diving attempt to his left, could not come up with it. And it trickles into center field, which will allow Pemberton to score. Worley will get an RBI as Chipley adds their fourth run in the inning and now lead at 7-5. So here's Addison Davis, who singled as well in the first. That gets away. What's going on? Runner's going to go to third. Called the balk there, but why did he go to third? Any idea? Is there any idea? Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I was asking.
What'd you say?
There was a balk there, but he went to third. Was he already at second?
Yes, he was on second. When
oh, he was on second? Okay. So the
runner goes to third.
Swinging a miss by Davis. Davis singled and stole second in the second inning. Was left stranded. Outside. So another runner over at third base now with 2 outs. A lot of base runners in this game already. We've been playing for an hour and 20 minutes. We're in the top of the third. That's high. Count full 3-2. Three-two. And that is ball 4. Called inside, so Davis will go to first base on another walk. That's the second walk of this inning. First and third, 2 outs for Chipley. He scored 4 in this inning and trying to add to the lead is Kate Colbreth, who got into second his first at bat. Well, that runner moving to second. There's a swing and a miss. And again, Davis will take second without a throw. And Colbreth fouls that off. So 0-2 now to Kate Colbreth. Another long inning here as we had a crooked number in every inning but the top of the second with Sneads left the base, or Chipley left the bases loaded. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and finally Stidham able to get the final out of the inning. It's his second strikeout, but 4 runs scored for Chipley. 9 came to the plate in that inning on 4 hits, 2 walks as well. No errors, and there were 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Our new score, it's 7-5. Chipley leading Sneads. And you are watching coverage of the Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone State Tournament elimination game live here from Marianna on JockJive.
Infield, kicks it in. Corey got one guy to
Palmer back with you here on JockJive Live from Mariana. May come as a surprise to you how affordable it is to have JockJive Sports provide coverage of your sporting event or sports team with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We produce everything from youth sports to the NCAA Division I, literally from every part of this country. Large productions are small, tiny venues are huge. We can and have done them all. To put JockJive Sports to work for you, email info@jockjive.com. Seven 5, Chipley leading Sneads. So we go to the bottom of the third. And Sneads will have 3, 4, and 5 coming up in the bottom of the third. Peyton Brown struck out his first time up, followed by Lane Du Bois and Colby Stidham. The Chipley with 3 in the first, 4 in the third. Sneads with 2 in the first, 3 in the second. That's blooped into right field, and it will fall for a base hit. So Brown with the leadoff single. That's only the third hit of the game for Sneads. They have their 5 runs and only 3 hits as Chipley pitchers have walked 5 to this point. And that's the third hit of the game as Tad Brown continues on the mound for Chipley. See if Chipley can hold this lead as they just took the lead back in the top of the third. Lane Du Bois struck out his first at bat. Bottom of the fifth now, Mariana 10-3 over Spring Hill National in the other elimination game on field 5 for Ozone. Throw to first is not in time. As Brown will take second again without a throw. That's popped up and playable for the pitcher, Thad Brown. He'll make the play. Brown will stop at second base. So 1 out. Hit a home run?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Who was that for Mariana?
Isaiah Spencer.
Oh, yeah, he pitched yesterday.
Yeah, lefty.
Yeah. He hit 2 today, huh? Nice.
Yeah, good kid.
So Mariana has won that game, I guess, by run rule there in the 5th. Yep, 13-3 as Isaiah Spencer with 2 home runs. The throw there goes, well, to second. Goes into center field. So the third goes the runner, Peyton Brown. So Mariana will get the winner of this game tomorrow at 10 a.m. Another elimination game. A long way to go here. Mariana staying alive. Liberty County lost yesterday 19-1 to DeSoto in 4 innings. They'll play the winner or the loser of the game between Spring Hill American and Sebring coming up in this field tonight, as that's fouled off by Stidham. Stidham walked his first time up. That misses up high. Well, goes to third. And Stidham fouls that off first base side out of play. Chipley has walked 5 Sneads hitters. And Chipley themselves have drawn 3 walks, but Chipley has 9 hits already. A lot of base runners in this game as we're in the bottom of the 3rd. Outside again. 7-5 the score. We've been playing for about an hour and really an hour and a half. And that hit him. Came up and in. And that'll send Stidham to first. So he's walked him and hit by a pitch, reached twice. First and third, 1 out. There's James Stone, who walked his first at bat. Popped up and foul's foul. That made it behind the tree down the first baseline, so couldn't really see what was going on there. But it is a foul ball. Swing and a miss there by Stone. That's foul back. Out of play. And a swing and a miss there, and Stone strikes out. So now 2 outs. Runners still at second and third. Logan Robinson will bat. He grounded to second his only at bat. Swing and a miss by Robinson. A fastball on the outside corner by Brown. 0-1. And that is blooped into left field, base hit. Brown scores. To the plate is Stidham. The throw will be cut off. And we're tied again at 7. A 2-run single by Logan Robinson. He bloops that into left field with 2 outs. And Sneads is right back to tie it up. So tied up again as Sneads puts 2 more on the board. They've scored in every inning. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 here in the third. That gets away. And Robinson will go to second. Sun now trying to come back out here. Seen that early all day. That's that fouled off over by the Sneads dugout. Again, gets to the backstop, and Robinson will go to third. So the runner at third now, 2 outs. Tristan Jones at the plate. He walked and scored in the second inning. A little roller to short, coming up, making the play. Throw across is got away. Thrown away by Smeltzer. Heading to second is Jones. As scoring is Robinson on the error. And that will give Sneads the lead again. They come right back and now lead at 8-7. Goodness, the next game's going to start at like 10. Man.
This one ain't going in.
Wow. 8-7 in the third, and now they're on their third pitcher now. So Chipley will make another pitching change here as Sneads has regained the lead. 3 here in the bottom of the third. And that is, well, how did I say that? And now Thad Brown is still in there. Looked like they were watching another pitcher in there. And Brown going to stay in the game. They've already used Howard and Brown. Sneads is on their second pitcher, Colby Stidham. As up to the plate, it's Jay Sunday. Jones on the move, steals third. So he gets there with 2 outs. And that is popped up into center. That will fall for another hit for Jay Sunday, who walked his first time up and scored. He drives in a run. Jones will score to make it 9-7. A 4-run inning here for Sneads in the bottom of the third. All this with 2 outs. The 2-run single by Robinson and the error with Jones up. And Sunday with an RBI single with 2 outs. Now back to the top of the order. And out Aaron Johnson. Runner heading to second again. That pitch misses high and inside. And again, Sunday will take second without a throw. That's in the dirt, gets away. Sunday will go to third. Two. Line to second, and the play is made there, backhanded, as second baseman Zeke Gavaler makes the play to end the inning. So Johnson lines out to second base. He's now 0 for 2. But 4 runs for Sneads. They've gone 2-3-4. 1, 2, 3. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third. But in that inning, 4 runs, 3 hits. Also had a hit batter, an error. And there was 1 runner left on base. So we head to the top of the fourth. Once again, Sneads has regained the lead. It's 9-7 as they now lead Chipley heading to the top of the fourth. You're watching this Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone Division Elimination game here on JockJive.
Infield kicks it in, 40, got one guy to beat, and he
Top of the fourth now, and leading off as Chipley will go back to the top of the order. Zeke Gavaler singled twice, he scored twice. Top of the order has done a good job for Chipley, but they had a 3-run first, a 4-run third, but they are trailing again to Sneads 9-7, as Sneads has scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third. Artie Paulman here on JockJive. A lot of runners and runs so far. Chipley, the only inning they did not score was the top of the second. They left the bases loaded. We played the first 3 innings in around an hour and 35 minutes. It's down the first baseline, and it's a foul ball. Artie Paulman with you on JockJive. A reminder, we are taking shout-outs. You want to text at 904-525-1324, 904-525-1324. We can get those on the air for you. Coming up in July on JockJive.com, we got Florida and Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball as Gavaler swings and misses for strike 3. Second strikeout for Colby Stidham, who entered the game in the 3rd inning. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Dixie Youth World Series events and Dixie Baseball State Tournaments and World Series and so much more. Plus this fall, SWAC football, soccer, and volleyball, Tuskegee football, Georgia Military College football, Great American Rivalries, high school football, the ACCC Game of the Week, and more. A litany of reasons you need to come back to JockJive.com often. Parker Smeltzer, a good day for him today, has doubled, singled, scored twice, driven in 2. Chipley with 9 hits. They out-hit Sneads 9-5, but trailing the scoreboard 9-7. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Stidham. Kind of a curveball in the outside corner. Outside corner there. And that is low and outside. Coming up on Field 5 at 7 o'clock, it'll be Graceville and DeSoto, another winner's bracket game. Field 1 here is supposed to start at 7. Spring Hill American and Sebring, ball 4. Smeltzer reaches for the 3rd time in as many at-bats. 1 out walk here in the top of the 4th. Bryson Howard singled, scored in the 1st, a 2-run homer in the 3rd. Takes that for a strike and is heading to 2nd without a throw is Smeltzer. Runner heading to 3rd again as that's fouled out of play by Howard. Howard, high fly ball into center and deep. That will be 1 hop off the fence in right center. Scoring is Smeltzer. He'll come in easily. Howard will stop at first, but he has his 3rd hit and his 3rd RBI of the game. As Chipley now back within a run at 9-8. And Smeltzer scores for the 3rd time as well this afternoon. Howard has 2 singles. He had a home run as well. He's driven in 3, and now he's at first base as the tying run with 1 out here in the top of the 4th, bringing in another run. So now another meeting on the mound as Sneads' lead is cut to 1 again, 9-8. And it looks like Sneads will make a pitching change. So they'll go to their 3rd pitcher. And number 10, Chase King, this time will come in for Stidham. Stidham last an inning and a 3rd. 2 hits. So far, 3 runs. Actually, he's allowed 3 hits. Three runs, walked 3, and struck out 3. Lots of 3s. Actually, the runners on base still belong to him. So Chase King, the 3rd pitcher of the game for Sneads, and will return in a moment. Chase King now in the game. He is the new pitcher for Sneads, their 3rd pitcher of the afternoon. James Baker will be the first batter he faces. Baker with a 2-run single in the 1st inning, grounded to short in the 3rd, 1 for 2. Runner at 1st, 1 out. Run in for Chipley in this inning. Runner on the move again, and he will take 2nd once again. No throw as well, so the tying run at 2nd with 1 out. Hitch there in the left leg as that's fouled off by Baker. Final today from the AAA B elimination game. It was Liberty County rallying past Chipley 12-7, so they will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. against loser of the game coming up there tonight between Franklin County and Bluntstown. So, and Fort Meade also scheduled to play as well. Shalimar and Cottondale elimination game coming up on Field 3. With Mike Rideout, AAA B state tournament. Went inside, or outside, pardon me. Misses for ball 4. Baker wasn't short first either, so walk there puts him at 1st. Runners are now at 1st and 3rd. 1 out. Casey Pemberton has struck out and walked, also scored a run in the 3rd. Low and outside. Again, the runner will head to 2nd. So go-ahead run goes to 2nd base. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. That's fouled out of play first base side. outside.
Get something 30 minutes ago when I got sidetracked. Got sidetracked. They put you to work. That's what they do. Told me no rule.
And there is ball 4. Bases are loaded as Pemberton walks, 1 out. Thad Brown has struck out twice. He'll come up now. So back-to-back walks for Chase King since he's into the game for Sneads. Bases loaded, 1 out. That's low and outside. Brown again struck out twice today. There's a strike. Ooh, open over his head to the backstop. Runner heading to the plate, and the throw will not be in time as Howard scores on the wild pitch. Our runners also move up to second and third. And we are tied again, 9-9. That ball gets away, but not far enough in front of, right next to home plate, in fact. Runners will stay put. So we're tied at 9, second and third, 1 out. And chop to third, coming over and making the is the third baseman Rosenberger, but another run will score, and Chipley retakes the lead 10-9. That actually is not Rosenberger at third, that's Lane DuBois, but DuBois throws across, 5-3 put out, RBI for Thad Brown as James Baker will score, and Chipley regains the lead 10-9. So another crooked number in this inning, 3 runs for Chipley, and they've retaken the lead.
What just happened?
Wild pitch, scores, run from third. I can't keep up either, brother.
Another wild pitch scores a run. Pemberton will score. So that scores the 4th run of the inning on the wild pitch. It's 11-9.
2 hours in and win the top of the 4th.
We do have 2 outs now, bases empty, but 4 runs are in for Chipley here in the top of the 4th. It's 11-9. Cameron Worley is grounded to second and singled in a run. With an RBI single in the third, 1 for 2. Turns out the 4 runs were allowed by Stidham. The rest of his numbers. 3 hits and now 4 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. (11-9). Chipley with 4 in this inning after they scored 3 in the first and 4 in the second. Hit to third again, and that throw across made by Du Bois in time to get Worley 5-3. But Chipley regains the lead again, 4 runs. And they did it on only 1 hit. There was 3 walks as well, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Chipley now leads 11-9 over Sneads as we continue this Ozone elimination game. Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament live from Mariana here on JockJive.
No pitch, 2 of them, you done. You know, so. I'll tell you, I told the 2 coaches. I tried to do like you said, I turned around and talked to them. Explain what the thought was said over here. The first base coach said, go 3, go 3. The little player said, Crystal thought he meant, so what you gonna do? So he took still on it, here comes good baseball. And they went off and I said, y'all don't talk to this coach ain't gonna talk to y'all. Then I met the head coach.
Bottom of the 4th, Marty Bauman with you here on JockJive. Sneads will be back up, trailing now 11-9 against Chipley. Don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer. I need your help to get there. And when you like us on Facebook, we keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Cole Lewis leading it off, 2, 3, and 4 for Sneads. Lewis has scored a run, reached in the first, grounded to the pitcher in the second inning. Swings and fouls that off third base side. This is Thad Brown continuing on the mound for Chipley. Entered in the second inning. Fouled off third base side again by the left-hander Lewis. So this game has, if you'd like to see, find the word seesaw in the dictionary, that's what this game has been. Literally back and forth. 3 runs in the top of the first for Chipley, as that's up and in on Lewis. Sneads scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Chipley didn't score in the top of the second. They did leave the bases loaded. Only inning would have to been at least 2 runs in an inning. Sneads answered with 3 in the bottom of the second to take a 5-3 lead. Chipley came back with 4 in the top of the third to go up 7-5. Sneads answering with 4 in the bottom of the third to go back ahead 9-7, and then another 4 spot for Chipley in the top of the 4th to take an 11-9 lead, and we're in the bottom of the 4th, and we play 6 innings. And Ozone, Dixie Youth Baseball, that's fouled off by Lewis. Chipley has only used 2 pitchers to this point. Howard started the game with the first inning plus. Thad Brown now working on his 3rd inning of relief. And 3 pitchers for Sneads. Aaron Johnson with 2 innings. Colby Stidham inning in the 3rd. And now Chase King came in the top of the fourth. And that's ball 4.
I should have known.
He comes out with 2 strikes. He comes out and walks.
Yeah, had him 0-2 and won.
And that may do it for Brown.
All the time. All the time.
Oh, man.
And that is going to do it. So now, third pitcher of the game coming in for Chipley. Brown works 2 1/3. Pardon me, 2+ innings.
Not many more left.
Chipley right now, they're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They're only in the 4th.
They allowed 3 hits, and
Yeah.
so far,
I'm just joking.
that's not right. 4 hits.
We're in the bottom of the 4th.
Back up again.
Let's see how many runs we have.
11-9.
Right now, it is a 1, 2, 3, 6 runs allowed by Brown. Run on first belongs to him. So he's not officially done yet. 1, 2, 3 walks and 1 strikeout.
Number 14. See you, George. James Baker. Take care, buddy. Good to see you.
And a new pitcher will be,
Oh, they wrote both on about what, number 4 and 5.
let's see who that is.
They both had 4 and
I didn't
5.
know Sneads had that many pitchers.
Well, they don't.
Number 14, that's James Baker now in the game.
He had 2. Who did he start? Rosenberg?
No, we started Jones. No, Johnson started.
James Baker will be the third pitcher of the game
He wasn't bad. He was decent.
for Chipley.
Peyton Brown.
11-9, they lead it. Runner at first, nobody out after that walk. Peyton Brown due up has struck out and singled.
It don't matter. Wait, let me get there now anyway. So I'll give y'all a look and drive back out. Y'all take your cart and go back. Just hang out.
So Pete Brown up, singled, scored in the third, struck out in the first. And now he will now hit with the runner at first, nobody out. That's outside. Well, the good news is now it's a little bit after 6 o'clock here on Sunday evening. The sun's starting to come out somewhat here. As in the last hour or so, we've seen that, and this day has been kind of backwards. Usually it's sunny in the morning and early afternoon, then the rain comes in the late afternoon. Today it was rainy this morning, and this afternoon has been better, which is good because we're trying to get back on schedule here after a 6-hour delay. Pitch is outside throw going to second, and the runner will get there. Stolen base for Lewis. Throw was a little bit up the line. Swing and a miss by Brown. Third pitcher of the game, James Baker for Chipley. They lead 11-9, bottom of the fourth. And it comes up and in. It gets away again from the catcher, Holly, and that will send Lewis to third. Strike ball 4.
See everything. Might as well just.
Brown walks, goes to second. So second and third, nobody out. Lane Du Bois struck out and also popped up to the pitcher. So Sneads already trying to tie this back up. Number 4 hitter in the order is Du Bois, playing third base now. Swings and misses there. Good fastball by Baker. Swing and a miss there as well. And Du Bois strikes out. So he strikes out for the second time. First strikeout for Baker, 1 out with the runners at second and third. And there's Colby Stedham, who swings and misses. He's walked him and hit by a pitch. There's a swing and a miss as well. Stidham, who has pitched today, was the second pitcher of the game for Sneads. Going outside there by Baker. The pitch by Baker is hit to second. And the run will score as making the throw to first is Zeke Gavaler. Stidham will get an RBI on the ground out, 4-3. And scoring is Cole Lewis as Sneads back within a run at 11-10. So Sneads has scored in every inning in this game. We've had scoring in every inning except the top of the second when Chipley left the bases loaded. And we've had multiple runs in every inning as well for Sneads to this point. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and 1 run here in the fourth. James Stone has walked and struck out, swings and misses, and he's behind 0-1. So the tying run is at third now with 2 outs as Baker trying to work out of this inning with Chipley trying to hold on to the lead. They've been coming in, taking the lead in the top of the inning, losing at the bottom of each inning. So that misses low and inside. 2 hours and 10 minutes now for this game. Bottom of the fourth. Next game is supposed to start at 7 on this field, so we'll see. That may not be happening. Strike on the outside corner. Baker. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Came up with a fastball, and that's actually King batting. And King strikes out at the end of the inning. So Chase King strikes out. And that'll bring it into the bottom of the fourth. So for the first time today, as Baker comes in and gets 2 strikeouts and kind of works out of that jam. 1 run in the inning, no hits, a couple of walks, and 1 left on base. And for the first time today, Sneads does not have multiple runs in an inning. Chipley hanging on to the lead as we go to the top of the 5th. 11-10 is our score. And you're watching this elimination game of the Ozone bracket. This Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament live from Mariana, pardon me, on JockJive. New pitcher is Jesse Rosenberger, 4th pitcher of the game for Sneads. Addison Davis shows bunt. He does bunt right in front of the plate. Throw is in time. Good play behind the plate there by the Sneads catcher, Tristan Jones. As Addison Davis had singled to walk this first 2 times up. He's out 2-3, and that's 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Jesse Rosenberger now in the game on the mound, number 3 for Sneads. 4th pitcher of the game for them as Chase King with 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 runs, both earned, no hits, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Here is Kate Colbert, who's grounded to second and struck out. 11-10, Chipley leads are in the top of the 5th. Right-hander Rosenberger now facing the left-hander Colbert, number 9 batter in the order for Chipley, and they go to the top of the order after this. That's popped up, and playable caught. A little basket catch there by the catcher Jones, and he's made 2 putouts, and boy, now we're moving 2 outs quickly here in the top of the 5th. Back to the top of the order for Chipley, and the top of the order today has just been fantastic for Chipley. Zeke Cavalier is up now as 2 hits. He's scored twice. Parker Smeltzer has hit second, has reached 3 times. A single, double, and a walk, has scored 3 times, has driven in 2. Bryson Howard, the number 3 batter, 2 singles, a homer. He's driven in 3 and scored 3 times. And then James Baker has a hit, a walk, and 2 runs scored. That's the top 4. And then Kason Pemberton has walked twice and scored twice. So, yeah, it has been really excellent day at the top of the order. But first pitch has popped up, and Cavalier, the play made over at third base by a 1-2-3 inning as the play is made by Du Bois. So how about that? First 1-2-3 inning of the day. And now we're moving along as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And see if Sneads can retake the lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Chipley still leading 11-10. And you're watching this game here live today on JockJive. Bottom of the 5th, Marty Pullman with you here on JockJive. If you want your very own DVD of any game broadcast during this year's Florida Dixie Youth Baseball AAA and Ozone State Tournament, you can simply email info@jockjive.com. We'll get the process started. DVDs are $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That's info@jockjive.com. So after that 1-2-3 inning, Chipley has not scored in 2 innings today, the 2nd and the 5th. They left the bases loaded in the 2nd. They do have the lead by 1, a 3-run first, 4-run third, and 4-run fourth. Sneads has scored at least 1 in every inning, 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and then a run in the 4th. Logan Robinson today is grounded to second. He singled in 2 runs and scored in the 3rd. 7, 8, and 9 coming up for Sneads. They trail it by 1, 11-10 as it starts to get a little darker here. The weather not bad, but the lights on here in Mariana, the Mirror Complex. James Baker entered last inning in relief, 3rd Chipley pitcher, and got out of the inning without another run scoring. He's that slow and outside. Sneads has used 4 pitchers to this point. Rosenberger with a 1-2-3 inning for their pitching staff in the top of the 5th. So we play 6 innings here in Dixie Youth Baseball. This is an elimination game in the Ozone State Tournament with the winner getting Mariana tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mariana advancing with a 13-3 win in 5 innings over Spring Hill of National earlier today. We'll have another elimination game tomorrow at 10 a.m. Liberty County lost on Saturday. We'll play the loser of the game coming up tonight, the winner's bracket game between Spring Hill American and Sebring. That's scheduled to be on this field at 7 o'clock. It's probably not going to happen at this point, as it's now 6:17, but we will play that game tonight. Foul back by Robinson. Yesterday, it started with Spring Hill American beating Sneads 4-3, scoring a run on the top of the 6th in that game. Sebring over Chipley 6-3. Franklin County 8, Spring Hill National 2, as Franklin County is on to tomorrow. They'll play the winner of Spring Hill American Sebring tomorrow at 1. Graceville defeated Mariana 6-4. They'll be playing DeSoto coming up at 7 o'clock on Field 5 in the winner's bracket as DeSoto beat Liberty County 19-1 on Saturday in a 4-inning run rule game. The loser of this will be eliminated from this Ozone bracket. 10-team state tournament. And a swing and a miss by Robinson, and he strikes out through his bat as if he had walked, but he struck out for strike 3. So Baker now has 3 strikeouts, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Tristan Jones walked and scored in the 2nd, reached on an error, and also scored in the 3rd. How's that out of play? Roller to third, coming over to his left, making the play, throw across, and a good scoop at first. That's Thad Brown over at first base as the throw across a little low by Pemberton, but it's in time. And that's 2 outs now as Jones is out 5-3. Suddenly the pitchers are starting to get some outs here in a row. As Baker has now retired 5 in a row. Rosenberger for Sneads retired Chipley 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. Chase Sunday, the center fielder, he has walked and scored in the 2nd, singled in a run in the 3rd. Swing and a miss by Sunday. Two out, nobody on. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Baker with 4 strikeouts, and he gets Sneads 1-2-3 here in the 5th. So that inning rolled right along. Both teams went 1-2-3, and we go to the last inning. Well, at least it is if Chipley can hold on. They can add to their lead as we go to the top of the 6th, leading Sneads 11-10. We'll be back in a moment here on JockJive. And we head to the top of the 6th. We are underway for the 2nd game of the day in the AAA-B elimination game between Shalimar and Cottondale, with Mike Wright on field 3 and Anthony Crum on field 4. The AAA traditional and a minor state tournament. As Holmes County and South Sumter in a winner's bracket game that is now underway as well. We'll have also coming up on that field, DeSoto County and Fort Meade.
Yes, sir. They're tough.
Actually, DeSoto County and DeSoto and Fort Meade will be the game tonight at AAA-B later on. That's the winner's bracket game. And then Anthony Crum will have the game on field 4 between Franklin County and Bluntstown. That winner's bracket tonight, as that bracket moves over to that field due to the 8 teams in AAA-B, 6 in traditional. Here it is 11-10, top of the 6th, elimination game, our first game of 2 on this field 1. Winner here again gets plays Mariana tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and then elimination game. Spring Hill American at Sebring due later tonight here. And a winner's bracket game, Graceville and DeSoto coming up on field 5 with Robert Williamson. That'll be coming up around 7 Central. To count 1-1, this is Parker Smeltzer leading it off. One day for him today. He's single, double, and a walk. 3 runs scored, has driven in 2. as Rosenberger continues on the mound for Sneads. He had a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 5th, and then James Baker for Chipley in the bottom of the 5th got Sneads 1-2-3. So Sneads down to their final 3 outs, would like to hold Chipley within a run, but this is the really tough part of the order as it's fouled back by Smeltzer. Smeltzer 2 for 2. On deck, Bryson Howard's 3 for 3 with 3 RBI, 3 runs scored, including a 2-run homer. And James Baker, after that, has reached twice with a 2-run single and also scored a run. 11-10, Chipley leads as Sneads, for the first time of the game, did not score in the bottom of the 5th. Chipley led it 3-0, and they trailed 5-3. Retook the lead 7-5, trailed 9-7. Retook the lead 11-9, and it's 11-10 as we play the top of the 6th, and that is ball 4. So Smeltzer walks to start the top of the 6th. We approach the 2.5-hour mark in this game. Bryson Howard had a home run to left center back in the 3rd inning. Chipley with a 3-run first, 4 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 4th as the runner will head to second and make it. That's the throw late that time again by catcher Tristan Jones. So an insurance run to second with nobody out. Throw goes to second, not in time. Marty Paulman with you here on JockJive. We are live from Marianna. Dixie Youth Baseball AAA and Ozone World Series. That is low and inside. And again, Smeltzer will go to third base without a throw. After today's game is over, you can watch the action again and again on JockJive.com. Go to the same spot you watch the live coverage and watch the archives. Or if you want a DVD of any game of the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball AAA and Ozone State Tournament, email info@JockJive.com. We'll get the process started. This is outside. Howard lines that into left field, and that will fall for a hit. And that will bring in a big run. Howard, another hit for him. He's 4 for 4 with 4 RBI. And Smeltzer has reached 4 times and has also scored 4 times as Chipley extends the lead now to 12-10 here in the top of the 6th. A big run there for the Chipley team. As they have extended it to 2. And again, the middle of the order up here is Baker will bat. He is 1 for 2, a walk, a single, 2 RBI, and a run scored. Runner heading again to second, and he'll get there without a throw as that pitch was low and outside. So Howard to second with nobody out. Inside runner heading to third. The throw will, again, actually get away from third. So Howard to third now with nobody out. And now a meeting on the mound. Sneads trying to stay in this game. They were down 1 run coming into this inning. Chipley already with a run on the board and trying to add another with a run at third, nobody out. Coverage starts again tomorrow at 10 a.m. here on JockJive. Ozone elimination game. Marianna, the winner of this game on field 1. Liberty County and the loser of the game between Spring Hill American and Sebring. 11 a.m. on field 4, AAA Traditional with Anthony Crum. That'll be Sebring and Marianna in an elimination game as Sebring defeated West Volusia 23-0 in 3 innings today. And then we'll start on AAA B field 3, Liberty County An elimination game against the loser of the game tonight between Franklin County and Bluntstown. So we do have a new pitcher coming in for Sneads. Well, looks like Aaron Johnson is back on the mound. We're not sure if he's eligible to do that, though, as Ryan Lewis was going to make another change with runner with third, nobody out. We're having that discussion now. Aaron Johnson started the game, pitched the first 2 innings, left in the third, and was back on the mound warming up. That's what we thought the rule was. The starting pitcher cannot re-enter the game. So it's one of those rules where in softball you can bring a pitcher back in if you take a starting pitcher out, but not in baseball. Never known that to happen.
Both teams are over 300 pitches per game.
Is that majority of it?
They're right at.
So instead, we will apparently stay with Rosenberger. So no pitching change there after all. Not sure if they were trying. Johnson's at shortstop. That's rolled up there. Johnson started the game. He is at shortstop. Peyton Brown is the third baseman for Sneads. He was at short start. So Baker now up with Rosenberger still on the mound. Runners at third, nobody out. Chipley trying to add to this 2-run lead. Curveball in for a strike. Good pitch there by Rosenberger. Baker today again is 1 for 2. He singled, walked, driven in 2, and scored a run. And it is get into left field and get to the fence as Baker will head into second. So Baker, with his second hit of the game, brings in another run as Howard will score for the 4th time as well today, and now it's 13-10. A late field goal by Chipley has given them a 3-point lead. Well, it's going to be football season soon enough. This is a football score now, 13-10. Baker today has reached 3 times, a single, a double, and a walk, has scored a run and driven in 3 as he got the RBI double there. Nobody out. Runner at second for Pemberton. Kason Pemberton has struck out and walked twice and scored twice. And he fouls that back into the screen. 2 runs here in the top of the 6th for Chipley. It's extended their lead to 3, 13-10.
Got the water out of it.
In the dirt, runners will stay put. Pemberton, the number 5 hitter in the order, as the team Spring Hill American and Sebring await ready to play the next game. They were supposed to play at 1 o'clock. Everything had been moved back today due to the long rain, lightning, and wind delay from this morning, which started around 9:30, 9:45. This game started at 4 o'clock Central. That's lined into left field for a base hit. And rounding third, Baker, he'll come in as the throw from Johnson will be up the line. That gets away. Now heading around second, Pemberton heading towards third. He's going to get there as the ball rolls around near the backstop. And Pemberton will go to third on an error. As Aaron Johnson's throw came in too hot. He goes to third. Another run is in. And now Chipley has kicked the extra point to make it 14-10. So, a 3-run inning. There's still nobody out. And Chipley really putting this on ice, and that is going to do it this time for Rosenberger. He'll be taken out of the game. Got a 1-2-3 fifth, but he ran into the heart of this Chipley order again in the sixth, and what a day they've had. As Chipley, Sneads, on their fourth pitcher, fifth pitcher now, Logan Robinson will be in the game. Well, Sneads probably isn't going to. They can score, 4 or 5 in the bottom of this inning and win. If Sneads does come back to win, they're not going to have any pitchers left at this point. So, as Robinson comes into the game, he's the fifth pitcher of the game for Sneads. Rosenberger had a good fifth inning, not a very good sixth. One inning has allowed 3 hits in this inning, 1 walk, no strikeouts. So far, he's given up 3 runs. The runner at third also belongs to him. And again, this middle of the order, the top of this order, Parker Smeltzer, the number 2 hitter for Chipley. 2 hits, 2 walks, has reached 4 times. 2 RBI, 4 runs scored. Bryson Howard is 4 for 4, 3 singles and a home run. Driven in 4, has scored 4 times. Number 4 hitter James Baker is 2 for 3, a single, a double. He's driven in 3, scored twice. And now Cason Pemberton has walked twice, doubled. He's driven in a run and scored twice. So, warm-up tosses for number 99, Logan Robinson. Had Brown due up for Chipley. That Brown today struck out twice. He did bring in a run with the ground out of the 4th. Runner at third with nobody out. That's in the dirt, gets to the backstop, and that will allow the run to score. Pemberton comes in for the 4th run of the inning.
Where you at? What are you doing?
15-10 now. Outside. And that's ball 4. So runner at first, nobody out. Cameron Worley grounded out twice, singled in a run in the 3rd. Just missed low and outside. 2-0. Runner will head to second. That gets away. Brown to second with nobody out. As Worley now up to the plate. He is the number 7 hitter in the order. Addison Davis to him next. Big lead at second for Brown. Strike there. Worley driven a run in the third inning with a singles. Brown to second and to third base. Chipley with 3 hits in this inning, now 13 hits in the game, and there's ball 4. So Worley to first and second, nobody out. And after 2 batters, he will be pulled. So now they'll bring in their 6th pitcher of the game. As Logan Robinson faced 2 batters. New pitcher will be number 5, Cole Lewis. So Robinson walking both batters he faced. 2 walks, no strikeouts, no innings pitched. Both runners are his at this point. First and second, nobody out. So Cole Lewis comes in from second. He'll be the 6th pitcher of the game, and this has gotten away a little bit from Sneads. And again, Sneads led this game going to the top of the 4th, 9-7. Chipley got 4 in the top of the 4th to go at 11-9. Sneads got a run in the bottom of the 4th. It was only down 11-10 coming into this inning, but this has been just a disastrous inning all around. As 4 runs have scored for Chipley. There's still nobody out. The first 6 in this inning have reached. 3 walks. There's been 2 doubles and a single. And Chipley has extended this lead to 5, and they still have first and second, nobody out. So we'll see another pitching change. Take a break, back in a moment here on JockJive. All right, we're back as this will be Addison Davis up. Cole Lewis is the pitcher now. And Davis lines that into left field for a base hit. And let's see if Brown will stop at third as the ball rolls around the infield. So Davis, who was singled and walked, his 2nd hit of the game. Bases loaded, nobody out for Chipley as they continue to try to add to this lead, now 15-10 in the top of the 6th. Cade Colbreth now due up. Colbreth has 0 for 3 today. He's actually the only Chipley player who hasn't reached base at least once in this game, which is now at 2 hours and 43 minutes. Left-handed hitter with that orange bat down there. 4-run inning for Chipley. That's rolled in the hole to second. And throw to first is in time. That will, the first out of the inning there is Rosenberger now playing second. Throws to first. It is an RBI for Colbreth that scores Brown and makes it 16-10. Chipley is the first out of the innings recorded. His first 7 in a row reached in this inning. And it's now 16-10. Popped up on the infield, and that is playable at third base for the second out as top of the order Cavalier pops up to third. Now 2 outs in the inning. Boys makes the catch.
They're going to walk this guy for Howard, load the bases for him.
Parker Smeltzer today, 2 hits, 2 walks. He's reached 4 times, scored 4 runs. He's driven in 2. Takes that outside. This is the 10th batter of the inning, as Chipley is batted around at the top of the 6th. Now a 2 field goal lead for Chipley, 16-10. And first strike. 5 runs in this inning, 4 runs in the 4th, 4 runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 1st.
Number 15, Joseph Baker. Number 3, Austin Evans.
And that ball will get away, and another run will score. As wild pitch scores Worley. And now the extra point is good at 17-10.
Everything in this game. Nothing in this game. Right.
Number 2, Gavin DeVries.
A 6-run inning.
Number 11, Pat Mercer.
And that goes off the glove of the pitcher Lewis. Throw to first is not in time. Another run will score.
Number 16,
As Smeltzer will reach.
manager Matt Roberts.
Eight.
Assistant coach Eric Shea.
And an RBI there for him. Davis scores the 7th run of the inning, 18-10.
For the home side, we have
There are 2 outs.
number 11, Anthony Watford.
As that's popped up by Bryson Howard. This will be the first time he's been retired today if they make the catch, and they do.
Number 9,
As the play is made by Peyton Brown to end the inning. So 11 come to the plate in that inning, as Howard had been 4 for 4 up to that. He's now 4 for 5 as he pops to third. 11 hitters come to the plate. They score 7 runs
number 12, Connor
on 5 hits. There are 3 walks, no errors, and 1 left on base. I think there was an error somewhere in there. Bottom of the 6th. Last chance for Sneads. They trail at 18-10. And you are watching this game, the Ozone elimination game, and the Ozone division of this Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament, live here from Mariana on JockJive. Bottom of the 6th inning, last chance for Sneads. They now trail it by 8, 18-10. James Baker, and he will try to finish it off for Chipley. Done a good job in relief. It's the last 2 innings, and he's not allowed any runs. In fact, he's retired 6 in a row after walking the first batter he faced in the 4th. Top of the order, Aaron Johnson leading it off. He is 0 for 2 today. Rolls that to short. And nice throw across, made in time by Smeltzer for the first out. So Aaron Johnson is out 6-3. One out, bottom of the 6th inning, and it looks like Chipley, with that 7-run top of the 6th, will advance to face Mariana tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. That'll be another elimination game here in this Ozone division of the Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament in Mariana. Cole Lewis reached twice, scored twice. Sneads season would come to an end, and it's what a wild game as we are now at 2 hours and 50 minutes. And again, Chipley on the board with 3 in the first. Sneads got 2 in the bottom of the first. Sneads took the lead with 3 in the bottom of the second, 5-3. Chipley had 4 in the top of the third to lead 7-5. Sneads answered with 4 in the bottom of the third to take a 9-7 lead. Another 4-run inning for Chipley in the top of the fourth. They led 11-9. Sneads got a run in the bottom of the fourth, but after that, Baker has really come in and solidified that, although now we'll have a trip to the mound. Maybe he's too many pitches. Maybe they're saving Baker as they will play tomorrow. That might be what's going on here with Coach Kyle Busch coming to the mound. But 11-10 going to the top of the 6th, and then Chipley with 7 runs in the top of this inning to extend it to 18-10. And I think that's what we're doing here is with 1 out, nobody on. We'll have another pitcher
James Baker
coming in for Chipley. So Baker exits.
For Chipley, James Baker had 39 pitches.
39 pitches
for James Baker.
2 1/3. Allowed nothing. No hits or runs. Did a great job in relief. 1 walk, no strikeouts, and he will be replaced here by number 78, Addison Davis. So their 4th pitcher of the game. Chipley is number 78, Addison Davis, as Sneads has now used 6 pitchers.
I can if you want me to.
Jeez, and another run rule game on field 4 in the traditional, AAA traditional. It's South Sumter 15-0 over Holmes County in 3 innings. So both those games today have been in 3. So either today Sebring beat West Volusia 23-0. So South Sumter on to play Spring Hill American tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the winners bracket. Sebring and Mariana tomorrow at 11 a.m. an elimination game. But that's Anthony Crum calling those games. And 2 blowouts so far. Meanwhile, they are about to get going on field 5. Robert Williamson with the Ozone winners bracket game between Graceville and DeSoto. Coming up on this field, a reminder, field 1, we will have the other winners bracket game here in the Ozone bracket. That's outside by Addison Davis. Spring Hill American Sebring is the game coming up. Cole Lewis at the plate as he faces now Addison Davis, a right-hander. Davis trying to finish this off, lying outside. And Cole Lewis will walk for the 3rd time in the game. I heard that. 9 walks by Chipley pitchers. There's been 9 walks. Sneads has walked 9 times in this game. That's in for a strike. Let's see. Chipley has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 walks. There's 19 walks combined between the two. I think we've gone over how many pitches for. How many combined pitches in this game? How many pitches have there been combined now at this point? Pitches. Do you know?
Over 300.
Over 300. Peyton Brown.
For each team.
For each team. Oh, 300 each.
Yes.
So we've gone over 600 total. Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought that was a little light on the pitches there. I figured there'd be a lot more than that. As Peyton Brown has singled, walked, and struck out. He scored a run as well. Cole Lewis at second, as that's outside. But I just added up 19 walks combined between the two teams. 1 out with a runner at second base. So there's been, just to put this into perspective, high drive into left field, but backing up, making the play. Is the left fielder was Tad Brown earlier today. 2 outs now. And Sneads down to their final out. It'll be Lane to Boys. In contrast, I know that, and the AAA started an hour before the Ozone here. We started at 4 Central. They started at 3. But on field 4, in the AAA minor traditional, they've already played 2 games over there before we've gotten through 1 game. Of course, they've both been run rule games in 3 innings. But as that curveball is hit back to the mound, Davis comes off the mound, throws to first, and that's it. After all that, and even Chipley's catcher has a little bit of fun with that, Craig Hawley. That's the ball game. No runs or hits, 1 walk for Sneads. They have 1 left on, and their season will come to an end here as Chipley advances 18-10. 2 hours and 55 minutes it took, nearly 3 hours. But Chipley moves on. They'll play Marietta tomorrow at 10 a.m. in an elimination game again on this field. And coming up, Spring Hill American and Sebring in our winners bracket game. It's going to do it for our coverage here through this afternoon into this evening's game. I'd like to thank our crew here, of course, in Marietta. Robert Williamson, the owner, also broadcaster for JockJive, Anthony Crum and Mike Rideout as well. And that's going to do it. Our final, Chipley 18 and Sneads 10. It's been a presentation of JockJive. We'll talk to you again soon here from the Dixie Youth Baseball AAA and Ozone State Tournament live from Marietta, Florida.